Very good.
You think it's very good? What's good about it?
That'll get me sued. Oh, my hair looks like a mess. Let me fix that up. Oh, God, my hairline. Oh, no. You know what? It's gone. What hairline? A little bit of pre-show banter. King of banter. I really enjoyed that clip. I love banter. If you don't know what I'm referring to, in the top corner, there'll be a card. Tell you where to go. I'm Mark. This is The Apprentice. It's the one where they get this electric kind of camper van and they have to market it up. Honestly, my recollection of this is it's a car crash. If you'll pardon the pun.
If you'll pardon the pun.
And bear in mind, pretty much every single episode of the season we've watched so far has been a car crash. So it doesn't really say very much, does it? Grab yourself a drink, grab yourself a snack, and let's watch The Apprentice. I need to redeem myself. I need to get this week the correct fucking team.
Hello?
Didn't ring, did it?
Didn't even ring, did it?
That's right, Joey Credit has been retired for now.
You what?
You know, it might come back. It was dry, okay? It was past its sell-by date. So if you loved it, you know, leave a comment saying, bring back JLB. And I might bring it back. I might not. This is my personal fiefdom, which you're citizens of, you know. You're citizens of March. What the fuck am I on about?
I had a chemistry set when I was younger, so I think I might go for PM this week.
We laugh, but that's about as relevant experience as we get, typically, for project manager attempts. So... Phil, I think you're on. I think you're on, son. Alan's back. Alan's back in the house. Finally, you know, he's kind of not been here. That'll get me sued. Welcome back, Alan.
They're a brand new electric modular vehicle, which launch this year.
Got a bit of an advantage this time around because this has been out a year. They haven't gone that well. I think I've seen a single one of these modular electric vehicles. I might have just missed them. I might be living under a rock, but I think I've seen a single one of these on the streets.
But be under no illusion. Ultimately, I will decide whose advertising campaign is best.
Great. So this is another task that is completely riggable. You know, I'm not saying The Apprentice is rigged. Check out that video. But I'm pretty sure it might be rigged here because it's completely at the behest of Alan about whose advertising campaign is the best. Yeah, he might listen to some well-placed producer-found experts, but be under no illusion. He decides, and he will choose whoever he wants to fire. So this is you know, the upside of these kind of tasks is it's the opportunity to really cut deadwood who are hanging on to teammates and getting lucky. I wonder who'll go this week. Who are the deadwood? Maybe Noor?
Choose a chief.
I own a hybrid vehicle, so I've got experience with electric vehicles.
I love camping. Quick vote, go pool.
Oh, I vote for Paul.
I feel like that is literally the future as a business, like a clothing brand. My idea, I'm going to stick to my idea. I'm very passionate about my idea.
She's delusional. She is absolutely delusional. I love it. She's so committed to her idea, which is bad.
18 to 25-year-olds be them, for me, straight away, that's who wants to stay in a camper van, staycations.
Yeah, 18, 25 who wants to stay in a camper van. Sure. I mean, I don't, but yeah, sure. In principle, great. Not give them money to buy a fucking camper van, though. Like, I don't know what the price point of this thing is, but I think it's likely to be out of the range of most 18 to 25-year-olds.
To be honest, my vision board does work with young couples, so I'm happy to go for young couples.
Cool.
Amazing.
To be honest, my idea works really well with the thing you said, so we just do still my thing, but I guess if you all want to do young adults, then I guess it works for that too.
God, I don't know why you are like this sometimes.
I'm going to put Felicia and Phil for Brandon.
Because the vision is very heavily dependent on your idea,
Yeah.
I would personally suggest you would be in the branding team.
agree with
just to build the actual brand.
I thought branding was your thing.
This is an advert task, so I need to make sure that the advert is up to my standard.
She spent the last 7 weeks cultivating this idea that she is so good at brands and that whole brand building piece. And now she's project manager. She's going, not going to do that bit though. Fucking boring. I know we're sub-team leader if it's branding, but if I'm PM, I'm going to do the advert because that's way more interesting. Which I think is how actually she's deciding what to do, to be clear. I think she's deciding the thing that's more interesting. And I get it, particularly if you're quite a weak candidate, it makes sense to look to do the thing you want to do, if I'm honest. I just think that it's very funny that she has spent the last 8 weeks pining after being the sub-team leader for branding. And now she gets to decide who does what. It's like, yeah. I'm not going to do that, though.
I couldn't really get my head around the concept of creating a pop-up shop for fashion. It really didn't make sense for me. It was creating a problem which had already been solved by online.
Phil is actually wrong here. Don't get me wrong, I don't think Noor's idea is very good, but I do think there is a gap for pop-up shops, particularly online ones, because the problem with online, particularly from an environmental perspective, is you order something and it doesn't fit, and so you have to send it back and get another one. When I was at university, a lot of people used to order like 3 different sizes of the same thing and then send back the 2 that didn't fit. Now that's really wasteful. You know, I completely get it. You know, you can't try it on. So a pop-up allows you to kind of solve some of that problem, particularly reducing the kind of outlay that people have, and the cost of like sending things back and forth, and the environmental cost. So I do think there's a gap. I just don't think there's a particular gap for this little fucking electric vehicle to fill that gap. The thing I saw for it, the thing I thought would be good, and I'm not sure if it's business or leisure, but it's like the idea of kind of pop-up like food and drink service. Imagine a little bar in the back of that. Fucking sick. That's the thing that immediately jumped to my mind.
Imagine the girls are very frustrated, like, I really want to see this product in real life. Yeah.
But that's their problem, that's the customer's problem. But bear in mind, we're selling to a retailer.
Yeah, Trey, but I mean, you're not wrong. You're absolutely right. You've got to, you know, but they're selling to a customer. So if you're solving a customer's problem for a business, great, they will buy it. Like, not every business-to-business transaction is exclusively about business operation.
So a young couple, they're speaking to each other in the car.
I'm just trying to think of the funny humour of what you want. We're all just bobbing to some really geeky music.
Geeky music? What the fuck is geeky music? What is this geeky music? Is this geeky music? Is this geeky music? What is geeky music? Am I like a Luddite? I don't know what geeky music is.
Yeah, I just think we're going to have to really exaggerate the funniness, exaggerate the geekiness, and that's going to bring the joy. And, you know, just making it a little bit, you know, showing off, obviously, the vehicle, but just making it funny.
Yeah, exaggerate the funniness. That's what makes everything really funny, is everything really exaggerated. Every time I watch a comedian, all I'm waiting for is them to, you know, just drop some kind of really exaggerated thing.
Amit, he looks quite young in his photo at least, and he's a driver more importantly, so we've got someone who can actually drive the car.
Yeah. As soon as I seen this location, I knew it was going to fit with my vision exactly.
You just can't drive the car in there.
This is one of the things where you need to be aware of who you're advertising to, because the customer doesn't really give a shit how it gets there. You know, it's a pop-up shop, you can do it anyway. You are selling to the business. And Trey and Rachel are right here, that it does need to be able to move. You need to demonstrate its ability to move. And that's its USP. As a provider of a pop-up shop, you know, it can go anywhere and everywhere. And you kind of need to demonstrate it. Like, you need to show that happening. And that is definitely missing here.
E-camp van, e-travel, and e-camper. Do you feel it?
There's so much wrong with those names. They're just so basic. They're so bereft of any actual imagination. Like that's my problem with it. They're just not imaginative. It's just E and then an activity. It's just shit.
Well, that was fucking dreadful.
So I had the idea of like vaults driving your sustainable future.
Noor said she wants trendy and fun put into her branding. Well, they've pretty much done the opposite. There's nothing trendy going on here.
Oh, and you'd know, Karen, would you? You're the queen of trendiness, huh? I didn't think so.
Right, team. So the next scene, what we're going to do, I feel like let's start with the flowers first.
I'm a bit confused.
What's up?
So the girls are just only dealing with the one clothes shop, I thought, right? Where's the storyboard? Let's start there. Where is your storyboard?
Let's bring out the storyboard. Let's try and work out what the fuck's going on here. Oh, I feel bad for Trey, because it's just such a shitty situation to be in. They've come up with a plan collectively. He's not that happy with it, but now Noor's just deviating from it, making it worse. I can say with relative confidence right now, I'm pretty sure Noor's going to go home, because I think Noor's team is going to lose.
I'm going to be really honest, Paul. Right now, this is boring. You're kind of bobbing, like, licking your fingers, or even like a high-pitched voice, really exaggerated. Woo! A new way to holiday. I feel like if I wasn't here, it would just be quite flat, a little bit boring.
Yeah, flat and boring. Probably better than whatever the fuck that was. Because what the fuck? I'm actually kind of speechless, because it was strange in a way I can't put my finger on. Exaggerated. I guess this is funny. You know, did you laugh? I didn't. You know, we can see an action replay of my face throughout that whole fucking thing.
I'm going to be really honest, Paul. Right now, this is boring. Emma, you're kind of bobbing, like licking your fingers, like that. A little bit, oh, even like a high-pitched voice, really exaggerated. Woo! A new way to holiday, and like little push out the hip, so it's just kind of like cute.
A new way to holiday away.
It certainly wasn't me laughing. What's the funny thing here? Like, yeah, maybe been flat without you there, but it is a fucking business-to-business advert, so maybe it doesn't matter too much.
And like really exaggerated, silly energy.
Oh my God, I'm so silly, so goofy. So millennial.
With this being a camper van, I'm thinking tent. We've got a tent shape, turns into an E, little loop at the end, which represents the tyre.
You know what? That looks bad, but it's not the worst logo we've seen this season. It doesn't convey to me at all what it is that they're selling, but that doesn't, the bar is pretty much on the floor at this point of advertising in The Apprentice. It's a shame that Noor's not doing it, because Noor just, blowing this one out of the water.
It's very good.
I actually don't mind the hand-drawn one.
The thing I hate there is the little bump on the Z that's just, like, just needs smoothing out a little bit. It really annoys me. Honestly, though, like, this whole thing, obviously Noor deserves to go home. And I'm pretty confident at this point that Noor must go home this time. But it's like such an easy opportunity to manipulate the whole thing. And I do think that she's probably been shafted in some way by the options that she's been given. Don't get me wrong. I think she has the ability to do it to herself. But I don't think that it was just her doing, if that makes sense.
I love the name. That is so clever. I wouldn't have thought a better name myself.
Straight away I look at it and I don't think of camper van.
You are right, Maura. There's nothing to do. There's nothing to do with a camper van there, which is a problem, fundamentally. The brand itself looks fine. It looks very standard, I guess.
Create an advert.
Yes.
How did it go?
It went very well, so I had a clear vision.
I think Noor might be painting a slightly more optimistic version of things. I think Noor at some point kind of a little bit lost control.
Definitely
of it,
not.
Because we went away.
I did not lose control. It's that you were trying to take over.
No, I didn't. No, I fucking didn't. I didn't lose control. And anyone who says that is a fucking liar, because I did not lose control, not for a fucking second. Take that back. I didn't lose control. No, and I don't ever lose control. No. Oh, no.
Oh, Neil. My concern with what the branding team have done is that the logo has to be explained.
You loved it until Maura pointed out the problem with it. Paul, you fucking bastard. You loved it.
It looks like a electric company designed by kids.
It's not far off that. It's an electric company designed by idiots. So you're pretty on the ball.
Can I watch it from the beginning one more time? Advert is looking amazing. Just play it from the beginning one more time.
Yeah, play it from the beginning again. Yeah, play it from the beginning again. Yeah, play it from the beginning again.
Are you broken? Now we're going to focus on the van.
Yes, please, yeah.
That clip of the fucking door. Slowly swinging clothes. That's so good. Hey, that makes fun, edit.
The team are really struggling to pull together a 30-second video. This is because they put too many different elements and tried to record too much footage.
I don't know, Tim. I think I'd rather have too much than too little, to be honest. Bad to end up with a position where you're really struggling to find 30 seconds of footage because there's not 30 seconds of useful, good stuff. I agree. Having too much can also be a problem. Fundamentally, the amount extra they've got is fine.
I know, but you could have used that time to really focus on the script. I'm just giving you feedback. Your role was to write the script.
I'm just giving you feedback. Don't know why you've been like this. I'm just giving you feedback, yeah? Just because it's, rude and maybe unnecessary. Just feedback.
I wanted to do the pitch, but I feel like because you did the consumer research, I really need you there to really explain what the brand's about.
No, just to double check, because it is your vision, it is your project. Are you sure you're happy not pitching?
Yeah, I'm happy.
I don't understand why Noor isn't pitching here. It seems like the obvious and sensible and correct thing to do, really.
Like, are you comfortable pitching, or?
It's not about me being comfortable. We've discussed this already.
It's not about me being comfortable. We've discussed this before. God.
Who wants a good spring cinnamon yogurt?
I feel completely comfortable doing the pitch, but I just don't want to. Just don't like doing it. We discussed it before.
First of all, you're to be commended on the humour that you used in your advert.
If they're talking about anything, other than Steve falling over? I'm confused.
I'm seeing sanitary product.
Really valid point. We didn't want it to scream, a camper. So by leaving it broad like we have done so, it leaves us scope to develop in the future with our business.
That's such a bullshit answer.
An internal hob, facilities to make hot drinks on demand. All of these features were completely missing. Is there a reason why you left that out?
If this is meant to replace or represent a pitch to possible investors and possible buyers, particularly the possible buyers, this it wasn't left out. It was just included in the pitch rather than the video because it's only 30 seconds. Like, what is the point of this pitch if not to deliver the additional information?
When you want to connect with your customers in a sustainable way, with its 6,000 litres of capacity and its 600 kilometres range, not only does the new Pop-Up 6 save your business money, it also respects the environment, driving your sustainable future.
What that advert doesn't tell us is why on earth you'd buy it. Like, it didn't tell you about the use case. It just tells you it can go 600 kilometres and has 6,000 litrage. Okay, it doesn't really show you. It just has some women walking around and then a van. And that's it. Like, what am I meant to take from that?
Well, it's not relevant, is it?
The first thing I'd like to ask about is the branding.
Oh, Phil, you're about to get criticised here. I love this. Let's get ready to hear it. That's Noor, by the way. She's not wearing a tie, but if she was, this is what she'd be doing. Fucking weirdo, Mark.
You're a virgin, aren't you, Mackenzie?
That you might not be taken seriously.
Unlucky, Phil. You've really taken a big blow there. Again, I'm still Noor.
Your advert didn't tell me some of the most amazing selling points.
It's definitely something that we could add as an asterisk, certainly, to it.
Yeah, no. What the fuck? No. Yeah, maybe. That's a really valid criticism. Yeah, totally agree. I guess we'll add it. Yeah. Why did we add it in the first place? Yeah, just didn't want to, Maybe someone else, not on the stage right now, maybe someone else didn't want to use the advert in that way, but, they're not here now. So, yeah, I agree completely. Thank you. That's how they should have addressed it. Like,
anything you guys want to say?
No.
Thank you so
Brilliant.
much.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate your
Thank you so much.
time.
Really appreciate it.
yeah, I'm going to maintain my position that's been the position probably for most of this video now. Noor is going to lose and Noor is going home. I can't see any other way. Like, the fucking EB&B
Was fucking dreadful.
The video for Volts was irredeemably shit.
You fucking idiot!
E at the beginning for electric. And before he created Tesla, Elon Musk's real name was Lon Musk, I think, yeah.
Oh, that's so funny. Elon Musk. I don't like him.
Is it something to do with travel? And then we had, is it assisted living? Is it medical?
Assisted living?
Alan's ears, really pinged up there. He's like, oh, assisted living? Yes, please. I'm that old. He is that old. He is very old. Maybe that's season 20. Maybe that's the finale, is they both pitch a care home and the idea is to put him in it. That would really bring in the viewers, I think. I mean, obviously he's got renewed for another 3 fucking seasons, but whatever.
I'm so glad you got this camper van. I can't be away from my luxuries.
I don't think it was very humorous.
I feel like it was kind of a catch both ways. I feel like the fact that we really pushed for the facts, we lost the humour.
Sorry, I'm just allergic to fucking bullshit. Maura, there was no attempt at humour from you. Your humour was, and no offence, but your humour was like just over-exaggerate. The funniest bit was Steve doing his physical humour. And don't get me wrong, that wasn't that funny. But it was at least humour.
Listen, if you really want to laugh, you should come and chat with me. I'm about 50 times funnier than him.
The text was
I understand most of the sparks were between you and her, actually. Yeah. Is that right?
Are they dating or fighting? Who knows? I mean, we know they were fighting throughout the whole episode, but I can play dumb. I can play dumb. I mean, it's not playing most of the time, but and I can make the joke about me. Okay, I don't want to see a single comment saying, "Yeah, you are fucking stupid," because it's not nice. It's true, but it's not nice.
Because we couldn't actually drive the van.
I did think about it, but I was like, I don't want to use the cliche, like the typical advert with the vans moving. I feel like that's done before.
Yeah, it's been done before, Noor, because, well, it makes sense. You know, it's almost like saying it's a bit of a cliche putting the product in the advert. It's been done before. Yep. And it's going to be kept being doing because it's basically a prerequisite for a good ad.
It's very good.
Sorry?
It's very good.
You think it's very good?
That's the clip I've been waiting for all fucking season. It's very good. Oh, I love it, Noor. I love it. The confidence, having watched that back maybe a few times now, and be like, yeah, that's good. It's not, Noor. It's really not good. But I admire your love and enthusiasm for your own advert.
What's good about it? Nexus, your advertising campaign was better. Well done.
Woo! I was right. Okay, well, you know, I feel like I should be happier because last time I was actually quite down that I got it wrong. I was really embarrassed. I'm still quite embarrassed that I managed to get it wrong. I'm over the moon now. Editor, put me going like this and fly me over the moon. Okay, what's going to be the fucking victory? Because there was no money, so actually this should be go back to the house and enjoy the fucking pool that you've got there.
On a forest Segway experience.
Well, that also sounds quite cheap, so you know what? I'll allow it. Fremantle. That sounds cheap as shit. Well done. Chris Simpson absolutely killing it with the treats. What a treat. What a cheap treat as well. Great work. Keep the spending low. Well done.
The majority of the criticism was towards, I think, the brand name.
Noor. Most of the criticism was not at the brand. Also, you're project manager and you chose not to go on the branding team. But disregarding that completely, the video was dreadful. I know you think it was very good.
It's very good.
You think it's very good?
But it wasn't. It was not very good. It was not very good at all. Okay? So, I mean, obviously Noor's gone. Noor is gone. The rest of this episode is completely moot because Noor is gone. The question is, does someone else go as well? I don't think so. Noor just set the direction completely wrong.
She thinks I was just saying it to annoy her. I actually wanted us to do really well, shoot the most important scenes first.
If I'm the director, you need to respect that. And if you have an idea, let me know.
Nah. Actually, Noor, you're completely wrong here. Yeah, you're the director, but you're not. You're not the fucking king. You don't just get to just make your will happen. You've got experts there, Trey, in this case, who can actually give some input and advice. You know, use that. You don't have to listen to it. You don't have to use it, but like actually listen rather than just shutting it down and be like, yeah, don't give a shit what you think. Which is what she did.
And I'm afraid to say it is with regret, Noor, that you're fired.
Okay.
There's absolute no regret. I've used that line before, there's no regret, but really there is no regret there.
Phil, 8 tasks, 8 losses.
How's he managed to stay this long? 8 weeks. 8 losses.
347 days, gentlemen. 347 failures.
That's 100% loss rate. That's actually quite impressive from Phil.
Off you go. I'll see you on the next task.
I think Noor's back. Noor is coming back.
I'm assuming that's one of the things the producers got them to say. Noor's definitely coming back. Noor was absolutely definitely not coming back. I know they didn't see everything we saw, but Noor backed her own advert so strongly when they were in the room. Like, unless something's been taken out in the edit, there's absolutely no way she was going to survive. Next time, it's a Shopping Channel 1. Fantastic. Probably one of my favourites of the entire show and entire series. That's been another episode of The Apprentice. Let me know if you think the right person was fired. Spoiler, the right person was fired this time. Let me know if you think someone else should have also been fired with her. They shouldn't. Let me know if you think Phil should have already gone home by this point, because he's lost 8 out of 8. You know, is there a task where actually you think, no, he needed to go? Let me know in the comments. Hit like, hit subscribe if you haven't already. Here's a video I think you'll like. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you next week for some more of The Apprentice.